This isn't a joke. They lied to you, and the truth is way deeper than you've ever dared to fathom. Beloved soul, if you sense the gentle call of angels in your heart, pause now and let this message flow into you like a quiet stream. The heavens are whispering, their voices carried on the breath of eternity, speaking your name with purpose and love. This isn't a chance encounter, it's a divine moment, a lantern lit to guide your spirit through the shadows. That restless stirring in your chest, those questions that haunt your silent nights, that weight you feel but cannot name, they're not mere thoughts. They're echoes from the divine, urging you to listen closely, to see clearly, to awaken to truths buried beneath layers of deceit. The truth is rising, moving like an ocean tide, vast and unstoppable. There have been voices murmuring your name in hidden places, spinning stories you were never meant to uncover. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle tremor, that quiet unease, like the world you walk in doesn't align with the rhythm of your soul. You told yourself it was just doubt, just fear, just your heart weaving worries from nothing. But it's not. It's the divine reaching through the fog, a sacred light calling you to see what's been hidden. Their deception wasn't a fleeting misstep. It wasn't an accident born of carelessness. It was intentional, like a veil drawn to obscure your brilliance, to make you question your own worth, to anchor you in uncertainty. They wanted you to feel small, to stay silent, to believe you're less than the divine creation you are. But the flame within you? It cannot be extinguished. The light in your spirit? No hand can snuff it out. You are far stronger than they know, and no lie can chain you forever. You've been wondering why every step feels like wading through a storm. Why does it seem like you're battling currents no one else can see? Why do dreams slip away just as they begin to take shape? Beloved, it's not your imagination. It's not your fault. It's not a trick of your mind. It's the echo of secrets, of words whispered in corners where your name was traded like currency. It's the ache of betrayal cloaked in warm smiles, in promises that vanished like dew in the morning sun. They saw your struggles, watched your heart falter, and let you carry their burdens as if they were yours. They traded your trust for their own ease, dimmed your light to brighten their own path. But they overlooked one unshakable truth: what the divine has blessed, no one can curse. Here's the heart of it: a handful of souls conspired to shadow your journey. Three forces came together, united by a hidden intent to cloud your vision, to weigh down your spirit. One was close, so close you shared your deepest hopes with them. They held your dreams, promised to guard them, but their loyalty was a mirage in the desert. Another lingered just beyond reach, offering kindness while concealing their true motives. Their words were soft but hollow, their care a carefully woven illusion. And the third? The one you'd never suspect. They chose silence, and their silence cut deeper than any lie. They watched the deception spread, saw the darkness grow, and left you to bear it alone. Their silence grieved the heavens themselves. But know this: your name is carved in the divine's eternal scroll. Every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every moment you felt forsaken, the divine has seen it all. Angels have gathered in your name, and what was hidden is being brought into the light. The lies they spun are unraveling, thread by fragile thread, and the truth is taking root, blooming into a new dawn for you. The divine is moving, stirring the winds, shifting the stars, carving a path for your restoration. They called you fragile. They said you'd stumble. They thought your story was finished. But they didn't know your tears were seeds, planting a harvest of strength they could never imagine. Every sleepless night, every unanswered question, every moment you felt invisible, it was forging you. It was shaping you into someone fierce, wise, and unshakable. Your dreams have been vivid, haven't they? Images that flicker like shadows on water, voices that echo with no source, moments that linger heavy when you wake. Those aren't just dreams, they're divine whispers, messages carried on the breath of eternity. Your soul is sensing truths your mind hasn't yet named. The fog is lifting, the falsehoods are crumbling. You're done clinging to words that carry no weight. You're done holding on to those who only take. The divine is sharpening your vision, teaching you to see through empty gestures, to hear beyond sweet talk, to feel what's true. You're being called to walk in clarity, to embrace your power, to step into the person you were always meant to be. There was a moment, perhaps still etched in your memory, when you nearly let go. You sat in the stillness, staring into the dark, wondering if this was all life held for you. You thought, is this my end? Is this where my path fades? The pain felt too vast, the loneliness too deep. But you were never alone. The divine was there, wrapping you in warmth, whispering, not here. Not now. Not like this. Angels stood guard around your soul, shielding you from the shadows that reached for you. They carried your cries to the divine throne, and every one was heard. Your pain was witnessed. Your prayers were answered. Your purpose was preserved. Someone you trusted let your truth slip to ears that weren't yours. They'll call it a slip, say they meant no harm. But their recklessness opened a door to chaos, to losses you couldn't explain. That door that closed, that bond that frayed, that hope that slipped away, it wasn't mere chance. It was the ripple of their betrayal, the fallout of their choices. They traded your peace for their gain, your trust for their convenience. But the divine is rewriting your story. The turmoil they caused is being transformed into calm. The losses they triggered are being restored, stronger than before. What they meant to wound you is now the root of your rise. Something is stirring in the unseen realms. Something hidden is about to break into the open. This message is your sign, your divine awakening, your call to stay alert. There are eyes watching you, but they're not of this world. There are hands guiding you, but they're not mortal. While others schemed in secret, the divine was weaving your triumph, preparing a victory that will silence every voice raised against you. The lies are fading, and the truth is rising, not as a whisper, but as a song carried on the wind. Soon, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps in days, someone will approach you. Their words will seem ordinary, their tone light, but listen with your spirit. Truth hides in their words, a fracture in their carefully crafted mask. It might be a slip, a confession, a fleeting moment of honesty they didn't intend to share. It might come in a message, a call, a casual remark that carries unexpected weight. When it happens, the pieces will fall into place. The questions you've carried, the doubts you've wrestled, they'll find resolution. The truth will stand clear, and it will sting. It will shake you. But it will also set you free. You weren't wrong about what you felt. That unease wasn't just worry. That heaviness wasn't just exhaustion. It was your spirit sensing what your eyes couldn't see. The divine was reaching out, stirring you awake, pulling you from the shadows. It was the heavens declaring, "This is real. You're not alone." And now you're here, hearing this, because the time for truth has arrived. The veil is parting, and the truth is shining through, bold and undeniable. You were made for more than this. You weren't created to dwell under the weight of someone else's deception. You weren't meant to carry their envy, their malice, their hidden agendas. You were formed for a purpose, for radiance, for a future no one can steal. The divine planted a lantern in your soul, a calling in your heart, a vision in your spirit. No matter how fiercely they tried to douse it, that light still burns. It's growing brighter, fiercer, more radiant every day. But this isn't just about them, it's about you, too. You poured out too much of yourself. You trusted too soon. You ignored that quiet voice in your heart because you wanted to believe in their goodness. You hushed your instincts to keep peace, to avoid conflict, to hold on to those who weren't meant to stay. You overlooked wounds that needed boundaries, forgave betrayals that deserved accountability. It's time to stop apologizing for the light within you. It's time to stop shrinking to ease others' comfort. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're being reshaped, realigned, reborn. The pain you feel isn't the end, it's the dawn of something new. It's the sprouting of something greater, something that will shine brighter than any darkness they cast. The tears you've shed, the nights you spent wondering, the moments you felt unseen, they're not wasted. They're the soil where your triumph is taking root. The divine is nurturing those seeds, and the harvest is near. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. There are people you must release, not in anger, but because they don't belong in your future. There are places you must leave, not in fear, but in trust of the divine's plan. There are patterns you must break, not because you're weak, but because you're ready to embrace your strength. Letting go will ache, but it will also heal. It'll feel like loss at first, but it's not. It's freedom. It's the divine clearing space for what's meant to grow, to stay, to carry you forward. Your heart is still whole, and that's why they couldn't bear you. Your spirit is still pure, and that's why they tried to tarnish it. They saw your light and called it a flaw. They saw your kindness and called it weakness. They saw your faith and called it foolish. but they were wrong. Your light is your strength. Your kindness is your power. Your faith is your anchor. No matter how they tried to dim it, your light is piercing through, illuminating every shadow they cast. Soon, someone will speak the truth. It won't be a grand scene. It'll be subtle, almost accidental. They'll say, "I didn't mean to cause you pain," or "It wasn't supposed to happen like this." They'll try to downplay it, but you'll see it. You'll hear the truth in their trembling voice, in the way their eyes avoid yours, in the pause that betrays their heart. They'll try to spin the story one last time, but the divine has already written the ending. And that ending is your liberation, your healing, your ascent. When that moment arrives, you'll stand at a crossroads. You can forgive, but you don't have to forget. You can love, but you don't have to stay close. You can release, but you don't have to return. This is your season of boundaries, of clarity, of claiming your power without apology. The divine isn't asking you to cling to what wounded you. It's calling you to rise above it, to walk forward with confidence, to embrace the life you were destined for. This is your time for truth. Doors are opening, doors you never knew existed. Blessings are flowing, arriving in ways you couldn't predict. What was withheld is being released. What was taken is being restored. A message will come, a text, a call, a moment of connection, that shifts your heart, lifts your spirit, reminds you of your worth. It might be a stranger with words that feel heaven-sent. It might be a friend who sees you anew. It might be a quiet moment when the divine speaks directly to your soul. It'll happen when you choose to step away from the lies, to trust the truth, to believe in your value. Your story isn't finished. It's being rewritten, not by their hands, but by the divine's. The betrayal won't define you. The pain won't be your legacy. You'll rise, not because of their lies, but in spite of them. You'll shine, not because they permit it, but because of your purpose. The divine is crafting a triumph that will silence every voice raised against you. They'll watch in awe as you step into the fullness of who you were created to be. The weight you've carried is lifting. The fog you've wandered through is clearing. The questions you've held are finding answers. But this is more than answers, it's transformation. The divine isn't just revealing truth, it's reshaping you for a season of abundance. You've carried others' choices, their guilt, their shame. That wasn't yours to bear, and the divine is lifting it from you. The exhaustion, the tears, the moments of overwhelm, they weren't weakness. They were signs of a battle you fought unknowingly. But you've won. You're still here. And that is your victory. There was a moment, perhaps long ago, when something felt off. Someone spoke to you, their words warm but their tone cold. You brushed it aside, told yourself you were overthinking, urged yourself to trust. But that moment was a signal. It was the divine nudging you, saying, "Look closer." They tested you then, and when you didn't challenge them, they thought they'd succeeded. They thought you'd never see their truth. But you're seeing now. Your eyes are opening, and it's both painful and powerful. The truth isn't a gentle stream, it's a rushing river. It'll sweep away the lies, but it'll also shake what you've built. Let it shake. Let it break. What's coming is stronger than what's falling apart. Your dreams aren't just dreams, they're divine messages. The shifting images, the hollow voices, the unease that lingers, they're not random. They're the divine speaking to your spirit, revealing what your mind hasn't yet grasped. You're being called to trust those messages, to lean into your intuition, to stop dismissing what you feel. The divine doesn't always speak in words. Sometimes it's a sensation, a knowing, a quiet certainty that something's amiss. Trust that certainty. It's your compass, your shield, your path forward. You're not alone. You've never been alone. Even in your darkest nights, when you cried out and heard only silence, the divine was there. Every tear was seen. Every prayer was heard. Every plea was counted. The silence wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. The divine was working in the unseen, setting the stage for your restoration. Angels have carried your name to the throne of truth. The heavens haven't forgotten you, they've been planning, aligning, preparing. Those who lied to you didn't just twist the truth of events. They twisted you. They tried to make you seem small, flawed, unworthy. They convinced themselves you were replaceable, told others you were unsteady. But when you stepped back, they felt the void. Your absence shook them. They knew what they'd done. They knew what they lost. And now the truth they buried is rising, unstoppable. It will speak, not because you demand it, but because the divine decrees it. The pain you felt isn't just in your heart, it's spiritual. Your body's been heavy, not from work or stress, but from unseen battles. You've carried others' choices, their guilt, their shame. They tried to cast their shadows onto you, but the divine blocked it. You felt it, but it didn't take root. Those sudden tears, that lingering tiredness, those moments of overwhelm, they weren't nothing. They were your spirit sensing their hidden schemes. But the divine is clearing that weight, restoring your peace, renewing your strength. A shift is coming. The lies are unraveling, and the truth is rising. It's not just about what they did, it's about what they couldn't do. They couldn't stop you. They couldn't dim your light. They couldn't alter your destiny. The divine has been guarding you, guiding you, preparing you for this moment. And this moment isn't the end, it's the dawn. It's the dawn of clarity, of freedom, of a life that reflects your true self. The divine is reclaiming your story. The opportunities you lost are returning, stronger than before. The peace they stole is flowing back. The joy they buried is breaking free. You'll see it soon, a door opening, a new connection, a moment of favor that feels divine. It might be a new path, a new ally, a new vision of yourself. It might be a quiet moment when the weight lifts, and you hear the divine whisper, "You are enough." This message is for you. It's not a caution, it's a revelation. It's not chance, it's divine confirmation. The divine has been with you, even when you couldn't feel it. The heavens have been working, even when you couldn't hear it. Your tears are counted, your prayers are answered, your purpose is secure. They lied to you, and the truth is heavier than you imagined. But your light is stronger than any shadow they cast. You're not what they claimed you were. You're what the divine declares you are. And the divine says you're chosen, you're blessed, you're unstoppable. So rise. Shine. Step into your truth without fear, without apology, without hesitation. The veil is lifting. The lies are crumbling. The truth is advancing. And your name? It's written in light on the next chapter of your life. Blessings for you, the listener beloved. May your heart be filled with the peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that anchors you through every storm. May the divine pour clarity over your mind, washing away doubt and illuminating your path with truth. May your spirit be lifted by the promise of new beginnings, where every closed door gives way to open gates of favor. May you walk in strength, knowing your worth is etched in the heavens, untouchable by human hands. May every tear you've shed bloom into joy, every loss transform into abundance, every wound heal into wisdom. May the divine surround you with souls who honor your light, who celebrate your purpose, who walk beside you in truth. May your dreams be filled with visions of hope, your days with moments of divine connection, your nights with restful assurance. May every step you take be guided by the divine's hand, leading you to places of prosperity, love, and fulfillment. May you rise above every lie, shine through every shadow, and stand firm in the truth of who you are. May blessings overflow in your life, like a river that never runs dry, carrying you into the fullness of your divine destiny. And may you always know that you are seen, you are loved, you are chosen, forever held in the divine's embrace. If you believe in the divine, type Amen in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to stay connected to these sacred messages. If this resonates in your soul, show your support with a super thanks of $30. It helps us keep sharing these truths with hearts like yours. This isn't a joke. They lied to you. And the truth is way deeper than you think.